Hello everyone, welcome to Ghana Education Service News Today channel, GES News Today channel, where we give you information that you may not naturally have access to, information that guides you, and very quality. We are coming to look at the 4 major good news in these concluded negotiations that are not captured in the leaked document. In the document that has come out, there are about 4 major good news in them that are not captured in the document. Now, before we go into that, let's remind you to subscribe, because we are going to be talking about, or let me say, this channel is known to deliver issues on negotiations from beginning to the end. We provide support for our union leaders on all our media platforms, social media platforms. We also provide videos on controller issues, salary reactivation, re-engagement, validation issues, etc. So kindly subscribe so that anytime such videos are out, you will be able to see them. Now let's come back to the negotiations, or the concluded negotiations. We are all aware there are about 18 items that were on the table concerning the financials of these particular negotiations. After negotiations have been concluded and a document is in circulation, in other words, leaked, many teachers were very angry and uncomfortable with a lot of insults to the union leaders for the quality or nature of outcome that they have delivered, which is considered unsatisfactory. Well, we can also say that to some extent, what we were expecting, we didn't get that much. But let's be informed that no union leader can get 100% of what they want for the union members. Before we go into that, let's also remind members that government is also supposed to be blamed, not just the union leaders, because union leaders have mobilized members to put maximum pressure on government in the best possible form that they could. But it appears government is also adamant and bent on giving teachers an outcome or things that doesn't go to the level that we expected. Now let's come back to the main 4 good news that were not captured in the leaked document. The first and foremost is that this collective bargaining agreement naturally or usually expires after 4 years. But with the current negotiations that have just been concluded, the duration of 4 years have been reduced to just 2 years. So after every 2 years, the bargaining agreement will be considered to have expired. In that case, union leaders can be on the toes of governments very often, taking into account inflations in the country that have been making salaries or money paid to workers worthless. So the fact that the bargaining collective agreement is going to expire just after every 2 years is something that we can applaud union leaders for. Now let's also go to the second point. The second point also is that the continuous professional development allowance, which is a fixed amount from its inception, have been increased. But this is not the good news. The good news is that there will not be any need for any future negotiation before this allowance will increase automatically. The allowance will increase automatically after 2 years. That is 20 after 2025, meaning that 2024 will be paid, 2025 will be paid, and 2026, whether any negotiations have come into effect or not, it is expected to what? Be increased automatically in 2026. We'll come to the percentages later on. Another good news also is that union leaders managed to negotiate for data allowance, what we can refer to call data allowance, that is digital instructive allowance, which is 800 Ghana cedis every year. This is not a good news in itself, though it is a good news to some extent because it's the first time it's coming on board. But the good news is that it will also increase automatically in 2026 without the need for any future negotiations, which is a very good news because over the years, even tertiary teachers have been complaining that the allowances remained constant without any increase, and they have to fight before they get it increased. So for us to have an automatic increase element in this allowance, it is a good news. So they deserve applause for that. Now let's go to the fourth one. For the percentage, we'll talk about that one later. The fourth major good news is that it appears deputy directorship position or rank has become a terminal point for majority of teachers, which those who are on that rank have complained several times, organized press conferences so many times. But according to the union leaders, the employer is to put into action measures to make sure these people are promoted as early as possible, beginning September this year. So we can also take that as what a good news. Now let's come back to the percentage increase in the CPD allowance, and then the data or digital instructive allowance. The percentage, as we have said, this good news is not actually captured in the agreement that was leaked, which was a draft copy. So the percentage increase, it is not out in numbers yet, but it is expected to be in the final document that will be out. And when that is out, we are very sure to bring it to the attention of all members. And for that matter, we encourage everyone to subscribe to this channel so that when that one is out, you will be able to see it. So in effect, there's something good, all right, though it is not the best. But let's be thankful that we've gotten this one. And let's shift the blame to the government, not the union leaders. Bye-bye.